see, here with Hunter Weimer for the preseason wrestling interview. You're from Porterville, California. So what brought you all the way to Concordia?
You know, I had some buddies out here. I don't know if you guys remember Mason Garcia. We wrestled in the same area back in California, and he was here the year before me. So he was really the one who recruited me out here initially. So came and followed a buddy.
Yeah. So what was kind of your background in wrestling before college, and what really got you started in it? What are some of your first memories of wrestling?
Oh, I've wrestled my entire life, ever since I was like 5 years old. Porterville, California is kind of a heart for wrestling, especially Central Valley of California. Honestly, growing up wrestling, it was not my favorite. I was always a football guy for sure. I had a lot more fun playing football. But then as I got older, I just realized that I was a little bit better at wrestling, so started to stick with wrestling. About my sophomore, junior year of high school, started going to a lot more camps and taking it a lot more serious.
Yeah. Was it like just your family got you started in it pretty early, or?
Yeah. My dad competed whenever he was younger out in Oklahoma, and he was like a U state champion in Oklahoma. And then he's always loved wrestling, and plus wrestling complements a lot of other sports. So he always thought that I should get into wrestling and just to complement football or other sports that I was playing, and then kind of fell in love with it as I got older.
Yeah. Who's kind of been your biggest influence in the sport?
I'd say Coach Watts has been huge the last 2 years, and Crosby. They both helped me so much. Like, the growth from last year has been insane. I couldn't even see myself as the wrestler that I am today, but they've helped out so much, and I'm so appreciative of that for sure.
Yeah. This will obviously be your 5th year at Concordia. What made you decide to continue into another season?
Well, I was student teaching, so I had student teaching set up for this year, and I was excited to teach and wrestle at the same time. It's a packed schedule, but nothing I can't handle. And then, obviously, with how much I grew from last year, got actually finally qualifying for the national tournament, and now in hopes to finally bring a little plaque home, get that All-American, maybe national champ.
All right. Yeah. Last season was seemed like things came together for you, like you've been talking about. Had a big season. You were 21-7 overall and qualified for the national tournament. You've kind of already talked about it, but just kind of expand on what happened with, to finally make that qualification and have that type of success.
You know, I've always been a pretty decent athlete in most sports that I've played. For wrestling specifically, like I mentioned, I didn't really get into it too much until my sophomore, junior year, about taking it seriously as my number one sport. So I've always kind of progressed every single year, always kind of been the guy that is kind of the underdog. Coming in last year, I was ready for a big season, and just Coach Watts and Crosby helped it out so much more. Coming in with structure, setting up the ladder system, and obviously most people probably won't know what that is, but setting up a system for me and made it unique for everybody. I think I wasn't the only one who got a lot better last year. Everyone on the team developed so much, and all of us are super excited going into this year, expecting a top 10 finish.
Yep. What did you take away from your experience last year at the national tournament?
I'd say just expecting a lot more from the people I'm competing against. There's a lot of the little things that you don't think about going into it. Obviously, coaches harp on it, but after going to that national tournament and realizing that somebody might not be better than you as an athlete, but once it comes to that time at the end of the year, that big of a tournament, it's all those little things from the beginning of the season over the summer that just add up to that end point, and just going out and letting it fly. Cannot have any nerves going into those matches. You just got to send it. All of the practice, all of the drills, all of that fun stuff going throughout the season all comes right to that point, right out there at that national tournament.
Yep. This is year 2 for Coach Watts. What have you enjoyed about his coaching style, and what has he brought to the program?
He's brought so much structure, so much development, like I kind of mentioned in the past. I mean, I mentioned the ladder system. That's something we've worked on. And, I mean, just seeing it makes me jealous almost of, like, the freshmen and the sophomores coming in, where it's like, gosh, like, I'm so excited to see where those guys are going to be at in the next couple of years, because everyone's just gotten so much better. And I'm excited to see where they're at. I mean, it's made it tougher in the practice room, even trying to go out and get takedowns, and it's just made us all better. So I'd say he's just brought a huge development factor to the program for sure.
Yeah. You're involved in student teaching right now. What are you enjoying most about that experience, and how are you kind of balancing wrestling and also student teaching?
Well, I've enjoyed it, because studying for tests and all that stuff's kind of out of the picture. Now I get to go and just enjoy the job that I get to do in the future. I'm at Seward Elementary right now, and now I'm about to move over to Seward High School, which is nice that it's just right down the street. And I've worked with Brock Anderson. It's been amazing. He's been a huge help for me personally. And it's kind of nice because you get to go into the wrestling room and really focus on bettering yourself. And then you kind of get so built up into, like, thinking about the national tournament, which is so far in the future. And then, the next day you're waking up and you're hanging out with elementary kids and having a blast. And it kind of brings you back to where just go have fun with it.
Yeah. What kind of made you, like, want to be a teacher? Like, why does that draw you?
I've had a lot of very impactful coaches and teachers growing up, for sure. And then my father was a big help to a lot of students and athletes in the coaching side of things. And I've seen how much it helped those people out, and they've come to me and told me how much they've been impacted by my dad and other coaches that impacted me as well. So that's something I want to kind of step into and have a big impact on our younger generation.
Yep. As mentioned earlier, you're a fifth year. How would you describe the talent level in the room compared to the just previous years?
Oh, we're stacked. We are stacked. I'm so excited for this year, and we just keep getting better and better. I mean, we just added Paul Ruff, another guy, Gabe coming in at heavyweights, Cannon coming at 65s, and the list goes on and on. Every single year we get better, the room gets deeper, and it's just a bunch of competition all around, not to mention the guys that we already had last year. So I know national rankings just came out this year, or today actually, and then conference rankings came out a couple of days ago, which rankings don't really bother us too much, but I'm excited to see a lot of those guys get added in those rankings because it's about to be a big jump. Yep.
All right. So the program took 8 qualifiers last year to nationals. How do you build on that, and how does that impact what expectations are for this season?
I'd say it was kind of eye-opening last year, having Coach Watts come in and, like, kind of set the standard for us. Like, this is what we're gonna do. I mean, like, he comes in, he's like, what do you guys want to do? Where do you guys want to be at? And he holds us to that standard all year long, which we've all appreciated. And, coming in at the beginning of the year, everyone always kind of said has super high standards because it's so far away. And then finishing up the year, you're like, dang, we're actually where we wanted to be. And coming in this year, all of those standards that we thought were high last year were doubled this year. Yeah. We have super high standards for ourselves this year, and we're super excited going into it.
Yeah. What's been something that's been like fun that y'all incorporate in at practice?
So coach is big on drilling, right, with the ladder system and stuff like that. But we add in some games every now and then. Sometimes we'll do some, dodgeball on Wednesdays or doing match days on Wednesdays, which has always been fun. Like Watts always jokes about that's Crosby's field, where he's the fun coach, and Watts is more the serious one. But yeah. I think Watts should get a little bit more credit than that. He's definitely a fun guy to be around.
Yep. Do you have like a routine or superstition like on the day of a duel or like a tournament?
I'm usually a positive guy, man. I'm always happy, kind of go lucky. I like hanging out with the teammates, being around the guys, smiling. It's nothing too myself. I mean, other than maybe breath work, getting my lungs opened up, getting ready to go. But other than that, usually try to stay super loose and excited to go.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite local restaurants? It could be like Seward or Lincoln that you like to just go to.
I'd say, well, back in the day we had Cafe on the Square,
Yep.
which I think we all miss. But I mean, things happen. Now, obviously, La Cocina is definitely up there here in Seward. One of my favorites. I always love the hostess that's there and all of the servers that work there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit of a Spanish background.
Okay.
So I love going in there, speaking Spanish with them, kind of practicing it a little bit, And then Honest Abe's is a big one out there in Lincoln.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I think our head men's basketball coach just said that too.
Yeah.
For his interviews, that Honest Abe's. So,
Honest Abe's is a good one.
Yeah. So, all right, you got a big band singer in Bulldog Stadium. Who are you picking?
A big what? Sorry.
Band or singer?
Let's see. Here recently, I've been listening to a lot of Gavin Adcock. Like a little bit on the countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to make it through a zombie apocalypse, and you have one guy with you. What teammate you taking?
Could it be past teammates or present teammates?
It can be just whoever.
Mason Garcia is my guy, man.
Yeah.
He's my guy. And funny enough that you asked this question, we used to sit in our dorm rooms back our freshman, sophomore year and pop these questions to each other, like what stuff do we get, where should we go, what supplies should we have, all that fun stuff. So Mason Garcia is already prepped for this moment.
Yeah. All right, so what was y'all's first move?
Got to go raid Walmart.
Okay.
Right? That's definitely number one. Go
Yeah.
raid Walmart and then find us a little spot out in the country. Maybe go to Coach Watt's house.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good time.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite professional sports team or?
Yeah, I'm a big Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay, cool.
Big Dallas Cowboy fan.
What's your kind of biggest hobby outside of wrestling?
Recently, I've been a big golfer. Not good at it, but I've been a big golfer.
Yeah. All right. So you come home from a big win or whatever. Who's the best karaoke singer on the team?
Karaoke singer on the team. That's a good question. Wrestlers aren't much singers.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Let's go with Gabe, the heavyweight.
Okay.
He likes that old school country music. He's always playing it every morning, so I'll go with Gabe.
Okay. All right. Can you look at the camera and give me a Sco Dogs?
Sco Dogs.